Hi y'all, Dan here. Thanks for joining me. Well, hello. I'm back home and walking a little bit on the Bicentennial Greenway here that stretches from Jamestown up to Greensboro. I wanted to come out here to this spot and do a video that several folks had asked me if I would do. They've asked me to share how I video and what equipment I use, and so I'm going to share with you the things that I have learned over the past couple of years in trying to sort of develop a kit of equipment that I use and sort of a style that I use as far as doing these videos. I hope this helps you. Again, I am not an expert at this. There are some really good YouTubers that I've learned from, and I'm going to post a little introduction to each of them here where you can go for expert advice. But I'm just going to share with you what I've learned. I have tried to keep the cost down. This is what I plan to use as I do the Appalachian Trail beginning in March. And I can do all the editing, I can do all the uploading to YouTube and everything from the trail using the equipment that I'll show you today. So let's go ahead and get back on the trail, walk up to a place that I can sit down with you and get started on this. But first, let me show you just the beauty that's around here. I think we're going to stop here at this little cabin. As we get into it, I want to sort of share a little bit about just my backpack and how I've set it up to help me as I do these videos. One of the biggest thing I did was get this shoulder harness that's by Tellison, and what it allows me to do is it allows me to clip this this handle, which is also by Tellison, right onto the shoulder strap. And then I can put my GoPro camera right here, and it sits on my shoulder, and I use that a lot for the shots that I take as I'm just walking. It's what sometimes is called point of view or POV shots. And it just sort of gives you a wide angle view of what I'm seeing as I walk along, and you might see it bouncing up and down a little bit, but honestly the GoPro does such a great job of stabilizing that it's bouncing much less in the video than what it really is in real life. And I like that, because that way you don't get a headache as you're watching the screen and you're seeing it bounce up and down and up and down. But this is I've tried a couple of different mounts, and at first I really didn't think I was going to like this one for a couple of reasons. One is that you really can't adjust much of it as far as the angle. You can adjust the GoPro up and down so you can see different shots, but as far as really adjusting it from left to right. But I do like where it sits on the shoulder, and I like this ability to just take and pull it off quickly, and then I have it in my hand. Now let me show you this extension pole before we go on to the cameras and the other equipment itself. Okay, I've tried several of these extension poles, and I really have settled on this one. I like it a lot for several reasons. One, that it does have these attachments that you can do. This is an interesting clamp in that this is called a double J clamp, and I can take and mount my GoPro camera here, and I'll do that later and show you what it looks like. And then I can clip it right to my shoulder strap of my backpack. But it also will extend, and I've got it set to where it will extend out quite a bit. I don't know if you can see all of that, but it extends quite a ways. And so as I set it up, whether I'm sort of videoing myself or I'm taking and turning it to where I can video what's being seen around me, it allows me to do that. Usually though, what I have it set at is just these first two extensions, and that's enough for me. The other thing about it, and it's so versatile, is that in the handle there is built in this tripod. Check that out. And so you can just sort of set it down, and you can set your camera, and then you can adjust it to whatever height you want to adjust it to, and it's a very stable tripod. So I really like this this extension rod. So it's again made by Tellison. I got it off of Amazon. I can put a link down in the description below if you're interested in it. But this is what I use. Now, as far as my equipment, I keep it all in this little bag that I had. I haven't bought anything specially for it, but I like this little bag because it's compact, it fits in my pack well, and it really sort of holds everything I want it to hold. This is my electronics bag, I call it. And so, I mean, I keep everything in here. I keep my headlamp even on this side so that I know if it's electronic or electrical, it's in this bag. So the first thing I want to show you is this. This is my power bank. This is an Anker 20,000 milliamp power bank. I've tried several power banks, and this is really the one that I've settled with. It has both the standard USB-A port, and then it's got a USB-C port, so I can charge two devices or two things at the same time. The maiden voyage for this power bank was when I went to Wyoming, and again we were 4 days out on the trail, and each night I would recharge all of my devices with this power bank, and when we were done, it showed no usage. It was still like it was fully charged after 4 days of recharging all of my stuff. I'm really impressed and pleased with this. Now, with the Anker power bank, I did go ahead and buy the Anker wall charger for a couple of reasons. One is it has the same USB-A and USB-C ports on it. The other thing that I like about this is that it charges very rapidly, so it will charge up the power bank quickly. It will charge my iPhone or the batteries for my GoPro. So I like this. I carry a set of cables. One is a USB-C to USB-C cable. Obviously, that's set up so that I can power up my power bank from it. I can also power and recharge my dual battery charger with this. So that's very helpful. And then I have a USB-C to Lightning cable, and so obviously for this I can charge up my iPhone with it. So keep those two cables. Let's get into the bag, and I'll show you what I've done. Several little things here that I use. I keep I have 3 spare batteries plus my battery that's in the GoPro itself. Now this is the dual battery charger, and again it goes and connects to the USB-C, so I can either connect this to the wall plug or I can connect it to my power bank, and it both work just fine. I have this little device here. This is a USB-C to I think this is some kind of USB device that works on this little scan disc. What I use this for is I can plug my card from the GoPro into here, and then I can plug this in, and I can plug this side into my computer. It's a USB-C port. I can also take this and then plug it directly into my iPhone, and I can then download from the disc into my iPhone. I like to have several ways that I can get the videos off of my phone or my camera into the iPhone, because I use that for editing and I use that for uploading to YouTube. This is the HERO8 Black, the GoPro that I use. I like this GoPro. At first I didn't. I was really disappointed in it, and I was really ready to send it back. But then I found out that the fault was me and not the camera. You can see on the side, this is the door that covers the both the disc and the battery for the camera. And when closed, this is waterproof, and it's waterproof I think down to 30 feet below, under water. However, for night lapses, you really can't depend on the internal battery. So what I do is I take this door off. It just snaps off, and I have a different door, this little door that snaps on and in place. And if you see, there's a hole right here, and that hole allows me to connect the USB-C cable into there, and then I can hook that directly to my external power bank, and then I can do a time lapse for several hours. But understand, when this is on, this is no longer waterproof, so I only use that while I am doing a time lapse. I don't use it if it's raining, and all other times I keep this door on and closed up so that it is waterproof. One of the complaints about the GoPro 8 was that the lens itself is it's integral into the camera. So if you scratch the lens or crack the lens, you have to send the whole camera back to be fixed. So what I did is I bought this protective cover, and this is just made of silicone, and it just slides right onto the camera like this. It's very, very easy and very quick, and then that gives it protection. And it also protects the lens, because you can take, and it has this removable lens cover on it. And so I just put that back on. It's very quick and easy, and then the camera is protected. When it's protected like this, what I do this is the way I set it up all the time. I put that on here, put this back on, and then my camera is set on the pole, and I carry it on my backpack, snapped in place, just like that. And there it sits up on its tripod.